Good morning, my classy people. TGIF. It is Friday. I hope everybody had a great work week up to this point, and as we head towards another great weekend of racing, we're going to take a look at the Group 1 Queen Elizabeth Jubilee over there at Royal Ascot. It is race number 3 on Saturday. Full field of 16. Before we dive in, turn your closed captions on. Tip sheets available, as always. Email us speaking24@yahoo.com. Well, over there at beautiful Royal Ascot in England, it's a field of 16 Group 1 Queen Elizabeth Jubilee, $1.25 million, 6 furlongs on the lawn. Race is wide open if you ask me. You better demand value. Now, the way that I'll usually bet these races, because I can't play pick threes and stuff like that, is I usually do Quinella box, $2, $3 Quinella box, 4 or 5 horses with a bunch of long shots in it, and it's no different this year. Give you our top 3 or 4 picks in here for sure. We're going to go right to the number 9 horse, Kinross. Well, look at this 6-year-old gelding. Kinross is by Kingsman, which is obviously very good bloodline for the turf, as most horses in England, do handle the grass very well. 8 wins from 22 starts, 1 second and 2/3 for $1.38 million. That is absolutely beautiful. Beckett is doing the training. We got the old timer in the arms, the Hall of Famer Frankie Dettori, right? I think this is his last year of riding, or at least that's what he says. It's hard for the guys to give the game up. But we like Kinsman, breaking from the 1 hole, even though he's the 9 horse, right? Well, Kinross is a very nice horse. 8 wins from 22 starts, and he's 8-1 on the morning line. That's great value if you ask me. The only knock, if I have one on him, is that he hasn't run for 231 days. Last seen here in the States, over at the Breeders' Cup November 5th at Keeneland in the Breeders' Cup Mile, where he ran 3rd behind Modern Games and Shirley Spice. That being said, I'm pretty sure that they got this horse ready to run. I love Kinross value at 8-1, so I'm going to make the number 9 our top pick. And if it doesn't get any better, it does for us. Our second pick is a 20-1. Big Invasion, the number 4 horse, our Big Invasion, by way of the U.S. Well, Big Invasion is 20-1 on the morning line. Listen to this colt, 4-year-old by declaration of war, on the back end by Curl, and check it out. 7 wins from 11 starts. That's what I said. 2 seconds and 1/3. Been in the money 10 of the last 11 starts, right? Christopher Clement's doing the training, and we got Crowley. That's right. That's that England rider who's awfully good over there, right? In the arms. If there was one knock on Big Invasion, ran 14 days ago at Belmont in the Japper Stakes, right? Now he's in England. 14 days later, he has to travel. He got to run. The only reason I can overcome it and pick him as our second pick is 20-1. So he'll be our second pick. Our third pick is going to get even better. The number 7, Emirati Anna, is 50-1. Our third pick, Emirati Anna, is a 7-year-old with 5 wins from 28 starts, 4 seconds and 6/3. 50-1, the number 7. Well, the horse didn't run that well, making his 7-year-old debut on May 17th over at York in England. It was a firm ground that day. This horse kind of like it, a little soft. Just didn't run his race. But if you look at last year's races in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint at Keeneland, he ran second behind Caravel, right? At 21-1. That's pretty good for sure. I'm thinking that his return race as a 7-year-old was a throwout, that the horse could bounce back. Emirati Anna, our third pick, at 50-1. And our fourth pick here is the number 14, Highfield Princess. They all may have to beat this one. Well, I don't like the post, but it's really not that big of a deal, because when you're way outside in the sprint, chances are you don't get pinched. So the 14 hole isn't bad on Highfield Princess. 12 wins from 33 starts, 7 seconds and 5/3. This horse should be extremely tough for sure. By Knights of Thunder, Quinn is doing the training. Here is my big knock on the number 14. Ran 4 days ago. On the 20th of June at Royal Ascot, Group 1 race, ran second by 1, earned a beautiful speed figure in the King Stand Stakes. Right? So that means the horse ran on Tuesday in these here Royal Ascot races, right? Back in 4 days. That being said, the horse is in tremendous shape. So he'll be our 4th horse in here. High Fill Princess. We hate returning in four days for sure. So for us in the Queen's stakes race, in the beautiful Queen Elizabeth Stakes, the Jubilee, Queen's 2 Jubilee, Group 1, $1.2 million. Our top pick, Ken Ross, the number 9. Our second pick, you got it, Big Invasion, the number 4. Our third pick is the 50-1, Emiratiana. We'll round out our Quinella with the number 14, Highland Princess. So 9, 4, 7, 14, just like that. We're going to box it up either in an exacta or a Quinella. And if we had to throw another horse in there, for sure, you know who we would throw in there with our 5-horse box? We would probably, how could we not put the Godolphin horse in there? We would probably either throw the number 1 Al Shorehall in there, right, owned by Godolphin, or we would throw the number 13 horse in there, right, Wellington, right, who's going to take some money. But for us, 9, 4, 7, 14, we're going to box it up. Maybe you'll throw the 1 and the 13 in there and have a 5-horse box in the Quinella and have some fun. I got a lot of long shots. Emiratiana's 50-1. Hello. Big Invasions is 20-1. And our top pick, the number 9, is 8-1. 9, 4, 7, 14. We're going to box it up. Stay classy. Queen Elizabeth 2. The old Jubilee Stakes, $1.2 million. We like it a bunch. Make sure you give value. Find the box button over there in Royal Ascot. Third race, about 10:45 on Saturday morning. I'm going to have a little fun. I'm going to box it up for $1. Stay classy, y'all.